in this leg.
It's one more dart at tops.
29.
And once again, it's just above, not far away from the wire. It's gone right down to the wire. 3 match darts missed by the brilliant Chaz Barstow. Can Cullen cash in?
Taken out of his rhythm by that little cough, but he stepped back because he wasn't comfortable. This is to win the last leg in 18 darts.
Game shot.
What a performance from Cullen. And it's a lifetime performance from Chaz Barstow, but it's a losing performance. And Cullen will think, how have I been in touch with O'Connor? Huge grit and determination. Best run for O'Connor in a Players' Championship this year so far is also round 2, which he's done
100.
3 times. Very evenly matched over the course of this season so far. And in this last leg, they are almost evenly matched again. Wilson with the better shot, but O'Connor with the first chance to finish it off in 14 darts. Match dart number 2 is there, and it hits the green. What a great game with 11 holes of throw. James Wilson did not do a great deal wrong. He may have had a few darts on the last dart he throws today. Max Hopp for a 6-2 victory. Treble 20, double 12. 14 segment, double 11.
62.
And they're the ones you fancy him on because you know that he's very good at getting the line right. It's just the weight of dart, and he's got a lot of margin for error on the double 11. Gawlas splits it. But fails to hit it. Straight at it would be the sensible play.
Game shot.
And it is the correct play, and it is 6-2. The former World Youth Champion, the Maximizer, Germany's number 2, joins Germany's number 1. Majesty of the PDC Pro Tour. These are the sorts of games that get thrown up.
140.
Well, he has battled and he has fought all the way through, Matt Edgar. But his scoring has not quite been enough. And Dimitri Vandenberg wraps it up with a ton-plus finish. It's only his 2nd win on the Pro Tour of 2021. But Matt Edgar, the standard bearer, is still searching for his first.
Well, he's missed 5 darts for the match, Devon Peterson. 4 of them in one leg. Brown allowed a way back in. Can he finally slam the door shut? 2 more incoming. Half a dozen missed.
Game shot and the match.
And in the end, Devon Peterson wins a match that became perhaps a lot harder than it should have been. Credit to Keegan Brown. And Stephen Bunting looks like he's about to join them. Been a very dominant, very professional performance. Hudson took his time to get going, and he will perhaps look back at this performance and see what he could have done differently to start quicker, because certainly in the second half of the match he's been competitive. It's only a dart at the bull for the bullet.
45.
And there may yet be another twist in this tale. It's going to be a dart at double here for Hudson.
70.
He goes begging, and now he's begging for Bunting to miss.
Game shot and the match.
But miss he does not, and Stephen Bunting completes a 6-2 success against Peter Hudson.
140.
Not quite hard enough, and you can tell by the reaction what he wanted. He wanted to leave 87, not 127.
100.
Is that enough, Rob? This is Dave Chisnall's first chance to get through to the last 16. 17 for Bull. Bullseye, first match dart.
Game shot.
Only one he needs.
Big Chisnall.
What a performance. And Rob Cross will give him a handshake. He deserves one after that. A great way to finish things off. And that is an average of 107 from Dave Chisnall. He hasn't won on the floor in a while. He hasn't won in the PDC system in a while. Is today going to be his day? Well,
80.
for the match, Brendan Dolan to make the quarters. Double 8 once more. It's the last double he hit in this match. And he has hit it again.
Brendan Dolan.
An absolutely supreme game from both players. And Damon Heta leaves the competition, but he does so averaging 105. Dolan goes forward with 106. Be a brave man to say that he has.
134.
.42 left.
138.
Moved over to the 18s. Fair enough.
$97.
Treble 20, double 12. Okay, treble 13 or 19. Tops it is.
Game shot.
Oh, absolutely majestic from Michael Smith. A 12-darter seals it, and he has powered his way through. Once again, he's in the semi-finals, and he has only lost 3 legs in his last 4 games today. He is on a crest of a wave, and it's going to take something special to stop him. It is going to be either Alan Suter or Dirk van Dijvenbode.
$100.
Leaves that 170 again. It's the 3rd time he's left 170. Couldn't take it out in the first leg. Didn't get a go in the 3rd leg. He will get a go in this 5th leg.
56.
And the way that Brendan Dolan has started, it might take something special to get a break. He's not going to produce it here.
100.
But he does chip away at it. Same segment. Leaves the ball.
Game shot.
And Brendan Dolan's produced another bullseye finish. It is a 3rd leg on the spin. Checkouts of 121 tops. Well, 40, I should say. And then 86 on the ball.
55.
But you start winning in these.
45.
And winning on the telly all of a sudden seems easier. Winning is a good habit to get in. Joe Cullen has certainly been in it in recent months. Brendan Dolan hasn't.
100.
The way he's played today suggests he could get right back in that habit. Big moment this. That will mean Cullen cannot take the 117.
Yep. 85.
1 treble needed for the history maker. He has that treble.
Game shot.
And he has the double as well. It is bang in the middle of the double 16. 5-3 Dolan. Ooh, and a celebration. Fired up, Brendan Dolan. Not this time.
58. Game shot.
Again, last dart in hand. Joe Cullen pins the dart. Finds the double.
140.
Is that enough? It doesn't feel like enough. Double 16.
Game shot.
And Brendan Dolan is back in a ranking final for the first time in almost exactly a year. The history maker in search of an 8th PDC title. He has been superb today. He is averaging more than anybody else left in the tournament. But can he go on and claim another title here at Players' Championship 5 in the Super Series?
Smith had that disappointing early exit at the hands of Jason Lowe. Brendan Dolan, if there was ever a sign that he might be getting back to his best, or, as we've seen today, even better, It was that defeat surely to go in price at Ali
132.
Pally.
Well, they were locked in the last set of that match on exactly the same points in the last leg of the contest.
60.
And it was only because Price had the darts. That was the only thing that separated him from getting through that round and not the world champion elect.
To regain his lead here.
Game shot.
And there it is. Just lifted it above the marker. There you see the angle, that was what he was seeing, and he executed it expertly. On day one here at the Marshall Arena in Milton Keynes.
Well, Michael Smith is trying with all of his might
133.
to do what Joe Cullen did at the start of the last Super Series. Try and get another win either side of Christmas to try and add to his tally.
43.
Well, if you recall, at the Winter Series, he actually won the first 2 of 5 events.
Game shot.
Super stuff from Michael Smith. Paul Nicholson chuckles and shakes his head alongside me because that
More often because of his genius.
140.
Well, that's an important visit for Brendan Dolan because Michael Smith is in the ascendancy here.
140.
Wow.
Check that point for magnets. How did that stay on the board? Well, it was 19's first on a big 3-dart out there, Murph, but
59.
he hasn't been able to do a Michael Smith against him.
Yeah, a bit of a rub of the green there for Michael Smith that kept the dart in the red. And now he's up for double top.
52.
I'm sure that was the same shot that Gerwin Price took against him at the World 72, I think it was, if my memory serves me correctly. 86 for Dolan for the lead. It hasn't been the best leg, and he's going to have to find a treble 14. Went for the smallest target on the board, 54. And I don't get that logic. If he'd have hit it, he'd have looked like a genius himself. But as it stands, he is now losing the match 4 legs to 3.
Yeah, I'm with you there. We're just talking about the speed of thought and winning through to the last 16 for the second time in her PDC career and taking some good scalps along the way.
Yeah, she did quite well, didn't she?
180.
And that 125 with Bull 25 Bull against Adrian Lewis, I think that will get a few glimpses on YouTube.
Yeah, superb. Check out official
100.
PDC on Twitter. It's clipped up there. Michael Smith has left the same finish here, but wins for her against Lewis and Aspinall this afternoon. Now it's 82 with 3 darts in hand.
Well, he's got the bullseye this time. And the double 16, so polished. Well, I'm not going to criticise him for what he did in the last leg. We just think he maybe went for the wrong target, probability-wise. But he's come back and shoved it in our face like a big cream pie.
Well, massive visit from Brendan Dolan in what seemed to be a dead leg. All of a sudden, he's found his feet again.
Yeah, just a bit. That was a Mervyn King moment there for Michael Smith. He wanted to tell Brendan Dolan to go away. That 180 from 341 was unbelievable.
Well, he couldn't follow it with the history-making
59.
finish. Again, he infuriates Paul Nicholson. The animation from the asset alongside me is something to behold, but Michael Smith cleans up the 90 to tie it up at 6-all. Explain, Paul.
Well, it didn't make any difference. It was the same thing. 161, you got 2 single 20s. You got 25 in Bull to leave the 2-darter.
Starts from here, but would much prefer the easier route of taking it in 3.
76.
Didn't want to allow Michael Smith an opportunity at 140.
He shouldn't have given the shot. Oh, but it's missed.
20.
What an effort from Michael Smith. And the heart-in-mouth moment for Brendan Dolan, who was thinking, how am I going to be 7-6 down? But now he's looking at 7-6 up. Tops. It's there. He's got himself to 7 after a little scare. And he is 1 leg away from winning another. It's rare for Michael Smith because he can fit a dart on the back of a ladybug.
140.
Well, it's Brendan that's bugging him now. A hat-trick of 140s.
96.
tees up a match-winning shot for Brendan Dolan. A big deep breath, and then he takes aim. It will be 12 for the bullseye. Finds the treble. It's double 13.
55.
And he clips the wire.
Oh, that wire is a little bit thinner now because it's just been shaved. Michael Smith, to stay in the match, has gone for double 16.
78.
I'm surprised he didn't go 10 tops. He decided on a different target, something that he hit earlier. But Dolan at double 13. It's unlucky for some.
Game shot.
And it is
the match.
Brendan Dolan's day at Super Series 2 as the history maker adds an 8th PDC title to his Roll of Honour. A wonderful performance, not just in this final, but throughout the course of the day, when Brendan Dolan has produced some of his best stuff ever. He sees off Michael Smith 8-6 in the decider and wins another PDC title. The first of 4 days here.
Brendan Dolan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dan.
That is not only your 8th PDC title, it might be one of your best, and I think certainly it was your quickest.
Yeah, I was waiting on a couple of games going through it, like, so, yeah, I've changed a few things and a lot of things, and I changed a game from last weekend on my footwear, to be fair, like, and because I practice at home in runners, I decided to wear runners, but just get all black ones, so to meet the criteria. So yeah, I felt today that my performance level, my scoring was a lot better. You know, I've won, you know, pro tours before, and that, but it was my finishing was clinical. I got out of holes probably, but today I thought I thoroughly deserved it, like, because I felt that was my worst game. It wasn't statistically it wasn't my worst game, but I felt it was my worst game. But I'm glad Michael didn't click.
Did you know from the start of the day you averaged 111 in your first game against Jason Lowe?
I knew that.
And then I saw you a couple of times through the day. You look quite fired up. Was that just you knew you were playing well? You knew it was an opportunity to win?
No, I just believe that, you know, someday, Brandon, you're going to bring your practice starts here. You know, you've done well here and done well on the pro tour and that, but it's not good enough. I want to win. I want to win tournaments, like, and like, you need a bit of luck on the day, and possibly somewhere along the line I've had a bit of luck. Like, I've had, you know, a lot of players, like I've had Jason Lowe threw 100 average against me. I think Scott Mitchell's threw 106 at me, and you know, I think someone else threw 100 plus average at me. So I know I've played well to beat these people, but Damon Hedda, sorry, but I know I've played well to beat them. But that's what I do in practice, and people don't believe you because you can't produce it where it counts. And I'm trying to do what I do in practice here, and if it's a little thing, the height of the runners compared to my flat shoes, it might work.
We have seen you change a number of things over the years. I mean, back when you started using these darts and you tried to reinvent yourself, and this was the time when you were right up there in the top 16 in the rankings. You're like, I've got to go to the next level.
Yeah, but it didn't work straight away. And then what happens was you have a lot of scar tissue, you get a lot of baits, and the belief's not there. I was lucky. I had a wife and stepchildren that believed in me, and my mother and brothers and sisters all believed in me, whereas I didn't. But that got me through it. Because their belief got me through it, and they took the pressure off me, and hence then it started to click.
Well, it did start to click, and a couple of years ago, you won 2 titles, and that was after you nearly walked away from the game. It's a much smaller chill out that you've had in between the gaps now. It's only what, a year and a bit, year and a half.
Well, whatever it is, a year and a half. We'll say a year and a half. Yeah, but considering the standard of players that I have to play against now compared to when I first started, like, the standard was good at the top when I first started, but now it's that good at the bottom. So you have to raise your game, and hence I've changed a few things. I changed the tempo of my throw, maybe not my speed and my walking in and out, because I want to stay calm within myself. I don't want to be, getting anxious because I'm running around the board. I don't do that, but my tempo and my throw has changed. But so long as I'm in control, what I want to do is be in control of me throwing, and not have to throw it somebody else is quick or somebody else is slow. I dictate that when I put my foot to the hockey, it's only me that's at the hockey.
It's a big step towards the World Match Play, towards the World Grand Prix, getting into those again. But what does it mean to you to be winning titles again? Your first thing you said was, I want to be winning things. And you won it for an 8th time now in PDC darts.
Yeah, it's like there's such a class of player that hasn't actually won one of these. And it's unbelievable that I've won 8 of them. But I want to win more. Like I'm fed up just taking part. And for a few years, I was just taking part. I was happy just to be here with the best in the world, because I played with the best in the world. I don't know, God knows how long now. But I was happy to do that. Now I'm not happy to do that. I want to be better than them.
Well, today you were. You didn't just take part, you took them apart, including the world #1 and world champion Gerwyn Price in his run to the title. An 8th Pro Tour title for Brendan Dolan, playing at double speed with his trainers as well. First one of 4 Players' Championship events we've got for you here at the Super Series. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. start. Brendan Dolan will be looking to double up. We've seen some incredible stuff today. 110 averages flying in all over the shop. Brendan's quite right to highlight the standard. Some majestic stuff from Lisa Ashton as well. You might have seen her reach the last 16. Brilliant. Just miss out on the first quarter final in PDC darts. But this man, he's winning, and he's winning again. We'll see you tomorrow.